We are on the air. Greetings, everyone, and welcome to live coverage of Orioles baseball, where this evening the Baltimore Orioles will be taking on the Detroit Tigers in the second game of a three-game series at Comerica Park in Detroit. How you doing, everybody? It's your old pal, the Bird Watcher here. BW for short. That works for me. Welcome back in, fellow bird watchers, to the Charm City chat and other baseball enthusiasts, whoever you might be, folks. My goodness, the Baltimore Orioles. We are in a state of offensive peril. This is a big game today. This is a statement game today. The Orioles have to do something on offense today. The Detroit Tigers have decided that they are going to do the exact same thing they did last night. They're going to start the exact same pitcher that started last night, a middle reliever, and then they're going to bring in some other guy after 4 outs. They are playing with us. They are playing with us. They have the audacity to start a middle reliever in back-to-back games against us and trying to manipulate. You know, the whole reason is this, folks. They throw out this righty to start the game. Hyde puts out a lefty-heavy lineup, and then they bring in the lefty after 4 batters. And now you got a lefty facing a lineup intended to face a right-handed pitcher. So I don't see, we don't have a whole lot of choice. We've got so many injured players and only so many changes we can make, but yeah, that seems to be the case right now. Just every team we're playing right now is exploiting the fact that we're pretty vulnerable offensively, particularly against lefties right now, and they are throwing them at us. I guarantee it's going to happen tonight. Bo Brisky, again, the right-handed reliever who started last night's game, pitched 1 inning and then 1 out in the second, was lifted for a guy named Herter, who went on to pitch all the way into the 8th inning. So they're going to do something similar today. I don't know who the next guy is going to be in, but the guy that's starting today is only going to pitch probably an inning or an inning and change, and then they're going to go to somebody else. This team cannot afford to get shut down offensively for 2 straight nights with a pitching approach like this. And if we can't, then I tell you, that speaks volumes about what is going on with the team right now. I listened to Kevin Brown do an interview with MLB Network. I think it was done yesterday. And Kevin Brown was pretty frank, and I give him a lot of props because you guys, being Oriole fans, I'm sure are aware about Kevin Brown and that ridiculous suspension that he was given for simply talking about the Orioles and their lack of success winning at Tropicana Field. This was during early last season when the Orioles wound up handling the Rays quite well. But, you know, at the same time, that was during the Angelos era. This is now the Rubenstein era. I don't think Kevin Brown is necessarily as, you know, required to be as tight-lipped about some criticisms about the team. But he did give a very open interview. He talked about Corbin Burnes. He said Corbin Burnes, he's not striking batters out at the rate he used to. His K rate is going down, and at the same time, he's not able to hold base runners on. He's got to keep guys off base. He didn't have to drop this stat during this interview, but he said Corbin Burnes has allowed more stolen bases than any Orioles pitcher in any season ever. That is not good, and he's on the mound tonight. So we need Corbin to be the ace that he is, you know, I don't want to say supposed to be, but I mean, you know, pretty much most people in baseball consider Corbin Burnes one of the top pitchers in the game. But we really need him to come strong tonight. All right, I've already been talking way too much. I'm fired up, people. I'm really fired up tonight. I mean, I'm ready to go to war. I am ready to go to war. I just hope it's going to be a night of me yelling charge as we beat up on these Tigers, and not a night of me yelling, what the hell are we doing again tonight? We haven't changed since last night. We got to change, folks. We got to change. All right, let me make sure I got this game up and running. Full disclosure, my cursor right now is working okay, but earlier as I was setting up was giving me a whole ton of trouble. So I'm going to try to set everything up and not touch anything unless it's absolutely necessary. What is this? What is this right now? So I have to navigate through here and get to the ball game. And the ball game is up. All right. Corbin Burnes is making his way from the bullpen. And I hope he's got it tonight. I really do. I hope he treats this like the important game it is. I mean, this is like, folks, we're in the playoffs right now. We're in the playoffs. Like, technically, we're in the playoffs. Well, I mean, not technically. According to MLB.com, they have the percentage chance of making the playoffs. The Orioles are currently a 99.4% chance to make the playoffs. So if anybody's thinking we're not making it, well, then if you want to take that 0.6% bet, you'll probably make a ton of money if you're right. But I think we're going to be in the playoffs, folks. The real question is, how are we going to look going in? Are we going to get this offense back on track? Are we going to get some important players back, particularly right-handed bats in the infield? Jordan Westburg, Ramon Arias, and I doubt Ryan Mountcastle is going to make it back. It's not looking good for Mounty, folks. Westburg, though, looks like he will make it back. He is starting to hit in the cage, but it's just a matter of how many games he's going to be able to play down the stretch to get back up to 100% in time for these playoffs. You'd hate to see some of these players come back only in time for October without a whole lot of, time under their belt to get reacclimated. Some players, they can have an injury spell, come right back and dive right back in and produce. But some other guys, they need to warm up to it, But Jacob Webb, by the way, should be within a day or two of returning back to the team. I have not looked at Twitter yet today. I have not looked to see if there's been any transactions. I probably should. But again, I'm also trying to avoid using this computer as much as I can. But I'm going to give it a try. Let's head on over to Rock Kabatko's Twitter feed here. Rock will usually set us straight. By the way, earlier today, the Yankees lost. The Red Sox beat them 7-1. So, good stuff. Leftover from last night. Henderson became the third Oriole player to break up a no-hitter with 2 out in the ninth, joining Jim Traber off Dave Stieb. I remember that in 1988 against Toronto. That's when Dave Stieb had 3 near no-hitters. I think 2 that were broken up with 2 out in the ninth. Dave Stieb. And Davey Johnson off of Blue Moon Odom back in 1968. How about that? Blue Moon Odom. I love it. It doesn't look like... Well, apparently there is an injury update. You know what? I want to see this. I do want to see that. I'm going to click in here. Folks, I'm not doing my normal intro right now. Bo Brisky, again, the guy who started last night and pitched 4 outs, is taking his warm-up tosses right now. I'm just trying to scroll here to see if I can get any information. Grayson Rodriguez is advancing to live batting practice after a series of bullpen sessions, but this is still going to take a while. He's got to go on his own rehab assignment and get stretched out, and Norfolk's last game is September 22nd. I mean, folks, that's only a week away. I don't know how we're getting Grayson back in time for the first round of whatever series we're going to be playing here. Povich starts Sunday for the Orioles, but he's keeping a roster spot warm, or a rotation spot warm for Rodriguez. Well, we'll see. I mean, Grayson's got to be ready. Trevor Rogers has notched 3 quality starts in a row with Norfolk. Great. Westberg has gone from dry swings to hitting in the cage, but this too is going to be a while. He's going to play in games and won't do it again until he regains full strength. Those dry swings only began Wednesday. Ramon Arias is ahead of schedule, rehabbing his sprained right ankle, though it doesn't sound like he's doing full baseball activities. The man isn't ready to sprint up to the first baseline. There's also some stuff about Mountcastle. Folks, this game's about to get started right now. Haven't gone over the lineups yet, but Gunnar Henderson is stepping to the plate. Obviously, he's leading off and going to play shortstop, so let's take a look.
His name's Gunnar, and he's dating my mom.
It's Brisky to Gunnar Henderson, and Gunnar takes up and away for ball 1. The Orioles. The offense. It cannot be as bad as it's been. This pitch is low, 2-0. I truly hope that there was a team meeting between last night's loss and the start of this game tonight, because it's playoff time. The playoffs are now. This pitch is outside. 3-0, folks. 3-0 to Gunnar Henderson, leading off the ball game. Welcome in, Charm City chat. I'll say hi to you in here in a minute. Try to get through everybody and say hello. Next pitch is taken all the way for called strike 1. Gunnar's average at 281. I believe he's on 36 home runs. Is that correct? 36 homers. This pitch is hit on the ground, foul, and the count now goes full. What I want to see from these Orioles tonight is what Gunnar's doing right now, and that's work deep counts. Folks, last night's ball game was barely 2 hours. Payoff pitch is outside, ball 4. Let's go.
I'm walking here.
The Orioles did not get their first base runner last night until a walk, in the 7th inning? Maybe the 8th? Well, the first guy gets on today. Here's Sed Mullins now batting back in the 2 spot tonight.
Well said, now you know what to do.
And he's playing center field, obviously. First pitch to him is high for ball 1. Brisky is showing some command issues right out of the gate. 7 pitches in, a walk, and now ball 1 to Sed Mullins, who's hitting .231, 17 homers, 50 RBI. Mullins fouls one away, 1 ball, 1 strike. The Tigers are back to wearing their traditional home white shirts with that classic calligraphy-looking D on the chest. I don't know what you call it, but that might be my favorite individual letter in baseball logos. That Detroit D is pretty sharp. Check on the runner Henderson. He's back. Orioles are wearing their black jersey tops tonight. Last night they went with the orange. 1-1 pitch to Mullins. And that ball is swung on and popped up left side, out of play. Behind the dugout on the third base side. Mullins is hitting .333 over his last 13 ball games, including 4 home runs and an OPS of over 1,000. That is called production, and considering how this offense has been doing as a unit, there's plenty of reason to understand why he's hitting at the top of the order right now. 1-2 pitch is low, and there goes Gunnar, the throw down, and it is into the outfield. Boy, Gunnar looked like he would have been out if this was an accurate throw, but it was not an accurate throw, and Gunnar is in scoring position with a stolen base, his 19th steal of the season. That ball just not handled there by Sweeney at the bag. So Gunnar at second now and a 2-2 count on Mullins. Nobody out, top of the first. The pitch is taken a little bit inside. The catcher tried to frame it. Umpire didn't buy it. We got a full count, folks. Yes, Laban Soto is at second base tonight. The pitch. Outside, ball 4.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
Bo Breesky has issued back-to-back walks to begin the ball game. Tigers defensively, Perez in left, Meadows in center, Carpenter at right, Young at third, Sweeney at short, Keith at second, Torkelson at first, and Rogers behind the plate. Anthony Santander is up next.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
First pitch swung on and missed. He took a huge cut. He was looking for a first pitch fastball. He got it, but it was letter high, and he could not get to it. 0-1 the count. Get those taters up, folks. 2 on, nobody out. The pitch. That one is called a strike, bottom of the zone. And there we go. Now we know who the real pitcher is going to be. Right-hander Ty Madden is getting loose. I don't know if he'll be coming in this inning or the next. It depends on what the Orioles do here. That pitch is low and outside. Santander does well to lay off. Tony, unfortunately, ended yesterday's ball game swinging at a pitch way up and away after Gunnar Henderson had gotten to third base as a tying run with the first hit of the ball game in the bottom of the ninth. This pitch is foul back behind the plate. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes on Santander. 240 average coming into today's play. 41 home runs. Henderson at second, Mullins at first. Plenty of speed on the bags. Here comes the 1-2. That ball is crushed foul. Tony out in front of it, pulling it down the right field line. Hitting off the screen down there. All right, Tony, what do we got? 1-2 the count. Pitch number 18 already from Breesky. Swung on line drive, caught by the first baseman, and I'm sorry, that's the second baseman, and it's a double play. It was a one-hopper, I guess. I thought that was caught in the air. I apologize. Apparently my brand new glasses aren't doing well. But a double play ball, a 4-6-3. No, that was the first baseman. Excuse me, that's a 1-6-3 double play. First baseman Torkelson goes to second. Second back to the pitcher covering for the 3-6-1. If I didn't say it right the first time. A 3-6-1 double play. Gunnar at third with 2 down. It's going to be up to Adley Rutschman here.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
First pitch to him is on the outside corner. And that is called a strike. I'm getting this weird, sort of staggered, pausing thing going on with my game. It's like a pitch will come in and it'll slow down. It's throwing me off here, folks. Pitch number 20 of the inning is in the dirt. So with this pretty early start time for a night game, there's still some sunlight on the field. Right around the pitching mound, there's a little ray of light. Pitch, swung on and missed. Oof, Rutschman did not look good on that swing. Way out in front of a breaking ball, and the count is 1-2. Runner at third, 2 down. The Orioles got the first 2 men on, but a double play ball has made it to where Rutschman's going to have to get a knock here with 2 down. And this pitch is low and outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Come on, Adley. You can do it, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. Great. So the scoreboard just gave away the result and just pops right back to where I had it. That did it all by itself. Called strike 3. Rutschman goes down looking. The Orioles yesterday struck out 13 times. We had an opportunity right there to get after this middle reliever guy. Got the first 2 guys on. His day's done. He pitched to Rutschman, and that was the last batter he faced yesterday. Got the first 3 batters, went to the second. Rutschman came up, got him out, and then they took him out of the game. Since we had 4 guys up, Rutschman was the last batter. They're probably going to this next pitcher to start the next inning. So that's probably it for Bo Brisky. 1 inning of work, doesn't give up a run despite walking back-to-back hitters to begin the ball game. Talk to me, Charm City chat. We need a nice love-in, right? We need to sit around the campfire and sing Kumbaya. I tell you what. We got Nathaniel here, Baxter, Ms. Janet, Mr. Hyde, Michael, Will, Rob, Derek, Jonathan, Aaron, Scotto, Robert. Oh, we got Dale back. Good to see you. Derek, did I say you already? I don't know. Is anybody here? We got over 100 people here already right now. Folks, over 100 people, 29 likes. That is not a good ratio. Do me a favor. We're just getting started. We're going to be here for a little while. Go ahead and hit that like button. Don't worry. I'm not mad at you. You just got here. It's not the first thing on your mind. I'm just giving you a nice little reminder. Corbin Burnes is ready to start pitching here. Parker Meadows is going to lead off. It'll be Meadows, Colt Keith, and Kerry Carpenter at the top of this Tiger lineup today. Meadows in center, Keith at second, Carpenter playing at right field. The Orioles have a big shift on against this left-handed hitter Meadows. Had a couple of hits yesterday. He takes a called strike from Burnes on a cutter at the outside corner, knee high. 2 for 4 yesterday. 237 average on the season for Meadows. 0-1 pitch. That looked like maybe a sinker. It dipped below the zone, but Meadows was able to lay off, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Lance Barksdale, there's another old school ump. He's the home plate umpire tonight, and obviously the crew chief. Here's a foul ball right behind home plate, and the count is 1-2. The Tigers used to have another kid named Meadows a few years back. Had a really good rookie year. I think he made the All-Star team. Austin Meadows. I don't know what happened to him. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Burnes with some filthy moving stuff there. That ball dropped right off the table. My goodness. Ain't nothing you gonna do about that. Parker Meadows strikes out.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
This pitch is on the outside corner at the knees to Colt Keith, young second baseman for the Tigers. 259 average, a dozen homers, 55 RBI. Here's appears to be a curveball, low and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey there, Dale. Hey, Bill. I have to admit that I've lost my faith in our Orioles during much in playoffs this year. I sure hope I am wrong. Well, you know what, Bill? I think that's the mentality a lot of people take because it's it's less painful. It's less painful to just go, well, we're not going to make it. And then if they do, what a pleasant surprise. Whereas if you root your team on and then they don't do it and now you're feeling miserable. This ball is going to be dumped into left field in front of Colton Cowser for a base hit. 1 out single by Colt Keith. And I get it, folks. I get it. That is the easy way. Just go ahead and say, well, we don't have a chance. And then, oh, what a pleasant surprise. We did it. Because then you don't have to invest your heart so much. You don't have to get your heart bruised so much. But that's not me, folks. I'm in it wire to wire. And if we wind up fading out and not looking really good, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. But this is still a team with a young nucleus and a bright future. And I still feel like if we can just get a couple of key players back, we got a shot at this thing. Kerry Carpenter with a 1-0 count. And now it's 2-0 as Burnes misses well outside. Carpenter provided the only run in the ball game yesterday. In the Tigers' 1-0 win, he hit a solo shot. Second batter of the ball game. First pitch he saw, he dumped it into the right field seats off of Zach Eflin. 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. He went after a 2-0, and that was low and in. Burnes got him to chase. Good thing that he did, or else it'd be 3-0 right now, with a runner already on base. Instead, the count is 2-1. Carpenter apparently asked for time as he's still not back in the box yet. Now he is. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. And that one is sort of a soft check swing, and it could be a double play ball, and it will be a double play ball. 4-6-3, an excuse me swing turns into 2. Folks, nice little double play turn there. Levon Soto with a nice little backhanded flip to Gunnar Henderson, who then made the relay back to first in time to win the inning. So Burnes gives up a hit. He also gets a double play. Faces the minimum. We go on now to the second inning. No score in Detroit. Folks, what to talk about. What to talk about. So they're going to bring in, apparently, who is this guy they're about to bring in? A right-hander? Or a lefty? I forgot already who was getting loose out there. If it's a lefty, then yeah, I know exactly what's going on here. Folks, look, this is not an excuse with how bad the offense has been, but you can't sit there and tell me that this isn't true. The Orioles lineup right now, the way the roster is, it's off balance. We're too left-handed heavy. You're missing Mountcastle, you're missing Westberg, you're missing Urias, and our only real right-handed hitting outfielder is Austin Slater. It's just, and teams are exploiting it. Have you noticed? Have you noticed? I mean, we face lefties all the time. Whenever we get into late innings, we're facing lefties. I was about to say left and right. Probably not the best expression to use. But anyway, this guy coming on to replace Brisky now is a right-hander. His name is Ty Madden. He's only pitched in 3 games, a record of 1-0, 2.57 ERA. In 14 innings, he's had 10 strikeouts, given up 4 walks. And we're going to see what he's got. So this seems like a better matchup, at least with a righty instead of a lefty, with the lefty Colton Cowser ready right now to hit. Let's go, Cowser. Colton looks at a pitch just a bit outside, but it's called a strike. About belt high, inch or two off the plate, but Madden, the pitcher, gets the call here. And he goes back to the same spot, maybe an inch farther away, and this time the umpire says no. 1 ball, 1 strike. Folks, by the way, if you're hoping for Colton Cowser to win the Rookie of the Year award, well, he's going to have to get red hot down the stretch. As he fouls this pitch away, it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cowser was ahead of the pack up until about a few weeks ago, but the Yankees' Austin Wells is now the front runner for the award. 1-1 pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 2-1. Scratch that. The scoreboard now reads 2-2. Where'd that second strike come from? What may be the 2-2 pitch is up and away. Ball 3. Full count, I think, for Colton Cowser. Ryan O'Hearn waiting on deck. Cowser leading it off here in the top of the second with a full count. Payoff pitch from Madden is a check swing pop-up caught at third base as he sprints into foul ground. Couldn't quite tell if that ball was technically fair or foul. I think it was foul. But not a great at-bat for Cowser. A check swing pop-up to third. And now we've got Ryan O'Hearn up there to try and turn and burn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
First pitch is taken all the way for a strike. That was a fastball, 93. O'Hearn's average is now down to 256, and his OPS is below 750. Swing and a miss. He chased a breaking ball that dropped below the zone there, and he's in an 0-2 hole. Orioles still looking for their first hit. I don't think it's going to take 8 2/3 innings to get it tonight, I would hope. Swing and a terrible... Was that a foul ball? Thank God. I mean, it's like the Orioles aren't even swinging all the way through. We saw it yesterday a lot, too, where they're just sort of half swinging and then giving up. It's like, well, you're not going to accomplish anything doing that. That ball's fouled away. If you're going to swing, commit or hold up. But once you know you've committed, you got to follow through. Or else you'll do what Cowser just did and hit a weak pop-up somewhere. 0-2 count on O'Hearn. Somebody get rid of this guy. Thanks, buddy. You're going to be remembered forever. What a contribution. Not since... Thomas Edison has there been. Here's a ground ball base hit through the hole between second and short on the second base side of the bag. Our first hit of the night belongs to a guy that really needs it, Ryan O'Hearn. Charm City chat, please start talking again so I don't have to just stare at one person's deleted messages. There we go. How you doing, Erica? Come on, folks. A one-out base hit. That ball was hit over 100 miles an hour off the bat. Emmanuel Rivera is up.
Mr. Emmanuel Lewis.
He takes the first pitch up and in, has to back out of the way. Hey there, RML 7486. You're welcome. Enjoy the ball game. We got a 1-0 count on Rivera. Runner at first, 1 down, no score. Pitch is up and in again, and the count 2-0. Rivera seeing a lot of playing time again, a lot of injuries in the infield. When we first picked this guy up, I thought he was just going to be kind of a little bit of depth. But here's a hard hit ball, but right to the shortstop, and that's going to turn a double play. My goodness. Hard hit on one hop to short, and it was tailor-made to turn two. The Orioles ground into a double play to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. But, hey, the Orioles have got a hit. We've got a hit. Hey, Seeley. Hey, the Mets game isn't over already, is it? Surely. How you doing, buddy? What's going on, Robert? Hey, Bruce. I need some coffee. I woke up very early, but I also woke up on my own accord. I don't know why. So tonight, I think I fell asleep about 8:30 p.m. and woke up about 2 a.m. So what is that? 3.5 plus 2. 5.5 hours of sleep. That's not bad for me. As long as I get a nap in somewhere between now and tomorrow's game, I should be all right. A lot of new people here tonight. Yes, thank you, Ms. Janet, for going over some of the rules. Folks, I used to do it on a daily basis, just at the top of the program, just go over the rules of the Charm City chat. But I realized doing it at the top of the show didn't really serve much of a purpose because most people that are here at the very beginning of any of my streams are people that are already subscribed, get here quick, come here every day. They already know the deal. The people that need to hear it are the people that show up randomly throughout the ball game. But yeah, we run a pretty loose ship here for most things, but there are a couple of things where we're like, yeah. Oh, so we have had. Hello, Yoko. Is the Mets game over then? Mets lost. Oh, my God. They had a 4-0 lead, didn't they? It was a 4-0 lead, and they lose 6-4. That is tough. Riley Green is at the plate, and he looks at a curveball from Corbin Burnes for called strike one. We're in the bottom of the second, no score. Green hitting .265, 21 homers, 66 driven in. 0-1 pitch is low and in. Count even up at a ball and a strike. Green, another lefty bat in this lineup. Pretty lefty heavy. First four guys hitting from the left-hand side. Curveball is outside, 2-1. And the 2-1 from Burnes. Swung on, hit hard, and a nice stop at second by Livan Soto. Gets up and throws the first in time. Nice play, Livan. Boy, I tell you what, his defense might be necessary because, again, we're missing some of our more reliable defenders. Mountcastle's an upgrade from O'Hearn. Soto looks like an upgrade from Holiday to me. Nice play there.
Besides that, it's all in the reflexes.
Wow, my TV is loud. Here's the first pitch to Perez. I can't remember this guy's first name. It's a little strange. Help me out here. What is this guy's first name? Winsell or Winsell? It's Wenceel. Ceel. Yeah, that was a little bit loud. He went 1 for 3 yesterday, hitting .242 on the season. Another lefty bat. This pitch is off the plate outside. 2-1 on Perez. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the second. This ball is hit on the ground, and it's a fair ball first base side. O'Hearn will field it and tag the bag for the unassisted putout. 2 down in the bottom of the second. Spencer Torkelson's up next. I know he's a righty bat, so first right-handed bat of the night for the Tigers coming up here. Torkelson batting just .217 on the season. First pitch to him is right in there, a cutter at 96. By the way, I went back to wearing my orange shirt with the button down. Swing and a miss on a pitch low and away. Not a good offer there by Torkelson at all. But, yeah, even though this shirt has been worn since it doesn't need to be laundered. I only wore it for the game, but the last time we won, I was wearing this shirt. So I'm putting it back on for tonight. This pitch is well off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 down, nobody on. And the 1-2 is high. Count even up at 2-2. Michael, I was actually wondering the same thing when I looked at the lineup. I'm not sure. They both play third base, so it kind of makes me think maybe they are. This ball is hit into shallow right field. Santander is going to come on and make the catch to win the inning. Burnes has thrown two relatively easy innings, 25 pitches. Tigers have one hit, but that was erased on a double play, so he has faced the minimum here through two. We head to the third now, no score. Yeah, so far so good from Burnes. So far so good. I mean, the way this offense is going right now, he's got to understand. He's got to pitch like an ace today. If he lets guys on base, they're going to start running around, and eventually that's going to bite us in the butt. And the other thing that he's prone to do, which is give up like one solo homer per game, we got to figure out a way to prevent that too. He's really got to shut these Tigers down because we may only be able to scratch one or two runs across. I don't know. I'd love to see this offense explode, but and I really do feel bad for some of our pitching lately, not getting the support. I mean, Zach Eflin pitched his guts out yesterday and gets the loss, giving up one run on one pitch. Oh, Robert, you got a gout on the toe. My dad used to get that a lot, man. I got to ask, Robert, you a bit of a drinker much? Because that's why my dad developed it. Too much vodka. Too much vodka. How close are the O's to the Yankees? I think, are we, what, now 2.5 back after the Yankee loss? Is that right? Can somebody confirm that? Again, I don't want to go through different web pages right now with all the shenanigans going on with my computer. Levon Soto, is that you up to hit? It is, and he's got strike one. In the minors this season, Soto, 283 average, 4 homers, and I think it's at 42 RBI. Here's a line drive, but it's hooking foul into the stands off to the right. So quickly 0-2 on Soto. Two and a half, and in the loss column, it's that's the problem. I think it's 3 back in the loss column and 2 back in the win column. We got to make up that loss. Folks, it's lining up to where, the Orioles could wind up going to the Bronx, and if they take 2 out of 3, they could not, and it ties them up in the standings. Swing and a miss by Soto. He chased one low, and he strikes out. First out in the third, Levon Soto. I think it's only his second at bat with the team. I think he had 1 pinch hit appearance since being called up. He strikes out here to begin the top of the third. Here's our number 9 hitter, James McCann. You might have heard of him.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
He looks at a heater at the top of the zone. A little bit high, though, for ball 1. Swing and a miss. McCann chases one low and away. I bumped into a survey where the host asked what player you'd want a whole team of. Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, George Sisler, Bob Feller, and Gunnar. Those are my 5 choices. Here's a hard hit ball by McCann, but it's right to the shortstop, and he'll be retired easily for the second out. Back to the top of the order. Here comes Gunnar. Speaking of. But when you say a whole team of, I mean, you're picking 5 guys. I understand if you picked one person, it's like they have to play, or maybe one pitcher in one position. But like, I don't get. You got like 2. You got 1 pitcher, and how does this work? Gunnar Henderson takes one low and away.
His name's Gunnar and he's dating my mom.
Want to know the count. This pitch is called a strike, and this catcher keeps framing those low pitches, bringing them back up. One and one to Gunnar. Oh, man, that ball was so hittable. How did Gunnar miss it? Oh, my goodness. That ball was begging to be crushed. 1-2. Well, that's what I mean. Wouldn't you just pick Babe Ruth? Because what do you do with just Bob Feller? He can't do anything but pitch. Like, yeah, definitely you would pick Ruth. I mean, Ruth wouldn't be a very good shortstop, but you'd trade that for the fact that he can pitch and outslug everybody else. I still don't understand the rules, though, Book Doc. I don't understand the rules because I want to play along, but I don't understand what my rules are. I pick 5 guys to play 9 spots. I don't get it. This pitch is fouled away. Full count on Gunnar. 2 down, nobody on. As a pitcher? What? Bob Feller had a 30 home run season? Get out of town. Show me the proof. Payoff pitch to Gunnar Henderson. And that ball is going to be crushed down the right field corner. Gunnar will have extra bases. I think he's going to stop at second. He will with a 2-out stand-up double. Splash it up, folks.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
It's a 2-out double for Gunnar. Going to give Ced Mullins a chance to drive him in with 2 down.
Well said, now you know what to do.
So you're projecting, but I get it. I get it, Book Doc. Okay, Bob Feller was a good hitting pitcher. But still, you would have. I still don't get the rules. Feller has to also play in all the outfield in the. But you got 5. I don't get the rule. Does anybody else understand the rules of this game? Am I the only one? The 0-1 to Mullins is outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And I just got very dizzy and lightheaded here for a minute. Hold on a sec. This pitch is high. 2-1 the count. I suddenly got very, very hot. Oh, that's that's a heart murmur. That's what that is. That was a line drive. Get down. Base hit. Gunnar rounds third. Here comes the throw, and it is not in time. We're in the lead, 1-0. Come on, Baltimore. We're ahead.
It's magic, you know. It's magic.
Ced Mullins, the bum. Ced the bum with a 2-out RBI knock to give the Orioles the lead. Yeah, I would probably have Ohtani in that list too, Robert. I saw that just now. Hey, Derek Holmes with a super chat with Anthony Santander at the plate.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Message for you, son.
Derek Holmes says, I smell a win, crew. Light that lucky for me. Well, Derek, I might have to wait a minute because my chest was just giving me some problems. The 1-0 pitch is on the outside corner. Called a strike. 1-1 on Tony now. But thank you again, Derek, for the super chat. I'll have a lucky here eventually. I need more rules on this game. Swing and a miss by Tony, 1-2. All right, look. I don't know how this game works, but Clemente is on the team for me. I bet you he can pitch. I just bet you Roberto Clemente could probably have been a great pitcher if he wanted to be. I think Clemente might be the best. This pitch is off the plate. Poor guy had to have his career shut down sooner than it ought to be, tragically. Wait a minute. I should be having this part of the screen up. Sorry about that. There goes the runner. Swing and a miss. And that'll... Oh, did Tony get a piece of that? Mullins will have to go back to first. 2-2 the count here on Anthony Santander with 2 down, a run in. Yeah, because Clemente, I mean, the athleticism, the agility, I feel like he could play any position, and I just guarantee you he could pitch without knowing. That'd probably be my number 1 pick. There goes Mullins again. That pitch is low, and Mullins is going to steal this, and he did. Folks, come on now. Second stolen base already for the Orioles. We're only in the third. 28th steal of the season for Ced. So all Mullins is doing is driving in runs, stealing bases, making athletic catches in center field. Yeah, I can totally see why everybody wants to call him a bum and just run him out of town. I get it. Here's Anthony Santander swinging a ground ball foul off to the right. It really does piss me off. It really does piss me off, the kind of treatment guys like Mullins get sometimes. And you know what, folks? I don't want to get into it, but I really feel like there's an agenda behind the hate toward a player like Ced Mullins. I hope you guys can read between the lines. But, you know, we live in a world with a lot of dumb people. This pitch is popped up behind the plate by Santander and out of play. Yeah, I'm going to start calling him Bum Mullins. Bum Mullins, and I'm saying that with pride. Call me a bum. Call me a bum. I'll show you what a bum can do. Let's go. Full count on Tony, folks. The pitch swung on and grounded to first. Torkelson will take it to the bag, and that'll end the inning. Madden is up to 42 pitches already. He's only thrown the 2 innings. The Orioles have taken the lead here on a 2-out RBI knock by Ced Mullins. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying. Seems like there's a certain reason why a guy like Mullins, when you look at what he's done for this team, gets cast, wants to be cast away, while other guys who seem to be, given a pass. I don't know. You guys figure it out. All right. A little bit of music. Yeah, Bum Phillips. He didn't he coach the Oilers? Wasn't he the Oilers coach? Oh yeah, I mean when we're talking about Mullins in terms of what do we do when his contract runs out? Yeah, that's business. That's different. I don't know if we're gonna re-sign Mullins, but I wish the best for Ced no matter what happens. I think he's a baller. I mean, Mullins had a really bad at bat yesterday. He just absolutely just gave a half-hearted swing at a strike 3. That's probably the worst thing I've ever seen out of Mullins in his entire career. Otherwise, this dude does nothing but hustle, does nothing but try, I mean, that's all he can ask. That's all I can ask out of a player. especially when the team's going the way it's going right now. Okay, Jace Young is going to lead off here in the bottom of the third, and he takes low for ball one. And the 1-0 from Burnes is outside. It's 2-0. Said bum rush. I like that too. Yeah, God, that's the most painful transaction or whatever ever. Here's a check swing. The home plate umpire says he went. 2-1 the count now. Yeah, I mean, just think about what Said did during those lean years, you know? I mean, he was out there doing all-star stuff for a team that was absolutely dreadful. He gave you a reason to watch. 2-2 pitch is a curveball off the plate outside. Count goes full. Come on, Corbin. We're in the bottom of the order here. Let's treat it like it is. Payoff pitch. And that is outside ball four. God, and even Burnes, you can see him just scream the F word. Burnes just absolutely pissed off with himself. Leadoff walk here to Jace Young. Trey Sweeney is next. Yeah, the whole Mussina thing is one of the most it's one of the most frustrating things in my history as an Orioles fan. That was our dude. That should have been another one of our classic pitchers that was here. Another Palmer. You know, another Belanger, another Cuellar. Did I say Belanger? What am I? I'm losing my mind. What was I trying to say? I don't know. But we got. Hey, which card do you have, Rod? I had the Upper Deck rookie card. I was very, very captivated by my Mussina Upper Deck rookie card. 2-0 pitch. That is hit on the ground, foul. Just foul down the right field line. The tops, the classic. Don't get me wrong, nothing wrong with tops. Those are the Chuck Taylors of baseball cards. Those are the classics. Can't go wrong. But you got to admit, right there around 89, 1990, whenever Upper Deck came onto the scene and you had these brand new cards that were so much more like higher quality. Swing and a miss here by Sweeney. 2-2 the count on the Tiger shortstop. Hitting .224 at the moment. Fleer, Donruss, and if you are absolutely desperate, maybe you go for Score. Score was always bottom of the barrel. This one's low and away. And another full count. Corbin, come on, buddy. You just walked the number 7 hitter to lead off the inning. Now you got the number 8 hitter, and you've worked him to a full count. We need you out here for a long time today, man. Check on the runner. He's back. And, of course, Fleer gave us the ultimate baseball card, that 1988 Fleer Billy Ripken card. The card you had to have. Here's a check swing, and that's called strike 3. Sit your butt down, buddy.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Sweeney strikes out. One away, runner at first, and the number 9 hitter, the catcher, Jake Rogers, at the plate. Hitting just a .195. Takes a strike. Cutter on the inner half of the plate. That's the one, Erica. That's the one. Oh, and 1 the count. Burnes' next pitch is hit on the ground. This could be 2. A Rivera to second. Soto back to first. In time, double play. Burnes is waiting to walk off. The Tigers might challenge the call at first. It was bang. Well, let's see how bang bang. It is pretty bang bang. Let's see if there will be a challenge or not. The Tigers are still on the field. The batters, I mean. The base runners. The Orioles are still hanging out in the field as well. So it looks like there's going to be a challenge. I only saw one replay so far, and it wasn't slowed down much, but I do think we got that second out on the double play, if only by a smidge. It would be nice during this wait to look at the replay. We're just staring at everybody standing around. Okay, here we go. Here's a look, and the foot. Oh, I think. Let me see this angle. Stop it, right? Well, see, I don't know. God, they're not pausing it where they need to. Right. I think he might be safe. I mean, I think it's a tie. But again, are they going to overturn it? They might not. I think it's 50-50 right now. I think it's 50-50. They might win this. Right now, Rogers is standing with Gunnar Henderson and Ryan O'Hearn. All three of them are chatting about it. I like the civility of it all. They're all very curious. Was I safe? Was I out? What do you think? They're talking about it. Here's the call. The runner is safe at first. All right, so no double play. So that means the inning is not over. A runner will be at second base. A runner will be at first base with 2 down. After all that, it's a fielder's choice for Jake Rogers. So we are back underway here. 41 pitches for Burnes, 2 down, and now we have the top of the order again, Parker Meadows. Pitch is a curveball and a beauty from Burnes. That pitch started above the zone and then dropped right to the very bottom of it. Strike 1. And the next pitch is, that ball's hit to third base. Rivera on a short hop, throws to first in time, and this inning is over. Nice play by Rivera to win the inning. Burnes, despite that little pause in the action, able to recover and get the final out. Keep this game 1-0 Baltimore as we go to the 4th inning. Let's get some more offense. Offense, baby. That's what I want. Runs, run. Run, Rudolph. Hey, tell me your favorite song with the word run in it. And then maybe I'll sing a few bars. Here's one. Baby, we were born to run. Tramps like us. Baby, we were born to run. I keep away from a run around, so hip, hip, baby, hip, hip, baby, hip, hip. Running with the devil, ow! Running with the devil. Band on the run. Band on the run. Got any more? Run to the hills. I didn't realize how much running there were in these songs. My little runaway. I'm a-walking in the rain. Tears are falling and I feel the pain. Wishing you were here, my dear. To end this misery, I wonder. Oh, wait, that's not the same song. I'm singing the song Run. To do run, run. Holy cow, there's a lot of run songs. Here's Adley Rutschman.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
Called strike, top of the zone. Thank you for your submissions, everybody. This pitch is low. Now, if you want me to do like a Tom Waits sort of song, I like to go back to Step Right Up. Just step right up. The 1-1 pitch. That's a line drive, but right to the second baseman on a bounce. And Adley's retired. Adley hit the ball hard, and he hit it on the ground, which I like to see. I'm seeing, folks, what I'm seeing from Adley for about 3 games now is no uppercut swinging. Have you guys noticed? Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to produce results immediately, but I'm telling you, if he gets rid of that, it's just going to be a matter of time. Colton Cowser called strike. Everyone's a winner, bargains galore. Act now. Act now and receive as our gift to you. It comes with all shapes, colors, and no commitment, no obligation, no salesman will visit your home. No muss, no fuss. Nobody knows what I'm talking about except Book Doc. This pitch is high, 2-1 the count. That song is actually the theme song to my other YouTube show on my other channel. It works in perfectly with the content. The 2-1 pitch is fouled away. Pretty nice crowd here at Tiger Stadium. Comerica Park. Upper deck is pretty full until you get all the way down near the outfield area. Cowser, did he go? Please tell me he didn't go. God, Cowser, just another terrible. I mean, look at this half-hearted check swing strikeout. It just keeps happening for Colton, man. Oh, my God. He might be in the biggest slump of them all right now. I mean, I know he had a triple the other day. He's worked some hits in here and there, but his at-bats are just not looking good at all. O'Hearn takes high for ball 1. Ryan O'Hearn had a base hit his first time up.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Up, my son is coming up. This ball's hit on the ground, foul, right-hand side. 1-1 the count. The Beatles, Run for Your Life. So what is my favorite run song? Oh, this ball's hit hard, but again, right to an infielder at second base. And O'Hearn is retired. The Orioles have hit 3 or 4 balls very hard on the infield, right at somebody. I really do feel like this team has a chance to score some runs today. I can see it. It's been bad luck right now. I mean, Cowser doesn't look good. I'll give you that. Cowser does not look like he can hit anybody right now. But I'm seeing some good contact and some decent at-bats today, particularly compared to yesterday. Sing this song. Every day the Yankees take a loss is a great day in baseball. I don't know. How does it go? How can I sing something I've never just randomly come up with my own version of singing these lyrics? I don't know. Well, hello, Edward. Well, hello. Hey, Book Doc, you got great. You want me to do a Captain Beefheart reference right now? Let me tell you right now, there's nobody better than Captain Beefheart when it comes to good music. He will lay down a great track. Search your inner AI for the lyrics. Do you know the Orioles song? You talking about like Orioles Magic? Something magic happens. The magic of Orioles baseball. When BW's on the microphone. He's gonna call the game better than anyone. He's got the passion. And he's got the heart. And he'll smoke a lucky till he falls apart. I'm trying to come up with my own BW Magic song. We're in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch from Burnes is low for ball one to Colt Keith, who fouls the next pitch away. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's awesome, slam free poetry. Straight ahead, straight ahead. It's got to be electricity. Electricity. 2-1 pitch. Low, ball 3. Come on, Corbin. What's with these long counts, or these long at-bats, man? Deep counts. Yeah, Colin, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This ball's fouled back, 3-2. Still a long way to go. Still got a lot to prove. I mean, we got 3 hits through the first 4 innings. That's okay. That's an improvement, but I want to see a nice big old rally. A big old rally. 3-2 pitch is swung on, fouled back. We'll do it again. Corbin Burnes has now gone deep into another at-bat here. He's about to throw his 7th pitch here to Colt Keith. I got a more modern band with the... Anybody remember Snow Patrol? Band from like the 20-aughts. This is a high chopper toward first, and O'Hearn will be able to very sleek, able to handle that grounder and tap the bag with that runner charging down the line. It was a nice play there to get the first out. I was just talking about something, and I've completely forgotten what it was. Oh, yeah, Snow Patrol. They had a song called Run. It's pretty good for, contemporary. At least it's probably a 20-year-old song now, but feels contemporary to me because I pretty much gave up on recorded music right around the time American Idol appeared and everything went to MP3s and people stopped buying physical media. This pitch is low. 1-1 on Kerry Carpenter. 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the fourth. The Orioles ahead 1-0 on a Ced Mullins RBI single with 2 down back in the third. Pitch. Check swing. I think he went, and yes, he did, says the third base umpire. 1-2 on Carpenter. Magic Powers Triumph. Triumph? You talking about the insult comic dog? That's my favorite insult comic dog out there. Here's a check swing on a bouncing pitch. No swing this time. 2-2 count. As Burnes is bouncing that ball in there. I kid. And the 2-2 is hit back up the middle. Gunnar fields it right next to the bag at second, throws to first in time, 2 down. That was a great swing for me to poop on. Oh, is Ms. Janet not around? Oh, Ms. Janet is right there. Colin, you got me worried. I thought we had to put out a what do you call it? Amber alert. 2 down. Riley Green fouls one off to the right. 0-1 here. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out back in the second. You had an ad and it kicked you back. It kicked you out of chat. Well, that doesn't make me happy. 0-1 pitch. Outside. 1-1. We are in the bottom of the 4th, folks. The Orioles have a 1-0 lead. The Tigers are at the plate. They have 2 down, nobody on. Riley Green at the plate. 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. He chased one low and in. And Burnes now is 1 strike away from getting out of the 4th inning without giving up a run. And the pitch. And that is, man, there are check swings galore tonight, folks, on both teams. And it's a check wing. It's a check swing strikeout. The ball had hit the dirt. McCann. I'll get this out. McCann is catching. McCann tags the hitter to complete the out, and the inning is over. I got it out. Yeah, double plays, check swings. Some weirdness going on. But that was a strikeout, so let me...
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Burnes is picking it up with the K's now tonight. Where are the stats? He's got 3 and 4 innings. I mean, it's not crazy, but I think he only had 2 the whole outing last time out. I don't know why it would boot you out of the chat, Janet. That sucks. I mean, I have to sit through ads when I'm on other people's live streams, and I skip out of them as soon as I can, and it just brings me right back to the stream. I don't know why it's doing that to you. What did you do, Janet? Who did you upset for this to be the case? How Burnesy got his groove back. It's my favorite Toni Morrison book. O's Splash Watch Party. Folks, you know, when I was growing up, I wanted nothing more than to do play-by-play for the Baltimore Orioles, but now that there is this Mr. Splash guy, I'm having second thoughts. I might want to be Mr. Splash. It seems like a perfect role for me. I can wear that outfit. Emmanuel Rivera will lead it off in the top of the 5th. He takes inside for ball 1. Emmanuel.
Mr. Emmanuel Lewis.
Sometimes. Probably sometimes. This one is foul back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Folks, have you been in an Orioles game yet this year? Because we got 1 more homestand left before the playoffs. 1-1 pitch is way off, 2-1. We're going to have the San Francisco Giants coming into town on Tuesday for a 3-game set, and then these Tigers will be there next weekend, the final home series of the regular season. Here's a pitch inside. 3-1 now on Rivera. Folks, if we wind up in the wild card round, Right now, we would be hosting that round, and that's huge. If we do wind up a wild card, we really want to get that top seed so that we're the home team in every game of those best of three are all in our yard. That's a walk to Rivera to lead off the top of the fifth. That'll help.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
I like it when one of our guys near the bottom of the order gets a leadoff walk. That means the top of the order will be coming up soon. Actually, Rivera hitting 7th tonight. We got a couple of more guys here. Soto and then McCann. Soto fouls the first pitch back 0-1. I wouldn't mind seeing Soto, if he's not known for hitting much, lay one down then. I think he's got a little bit of speed. It always puts pressure on the defense if he can lay a good one down. And the Tigers have already made a couple of miscues in the field tonight. Detroit do have another pitcher getting loose in the bullpen right now, a lefty. This ball's hit in the air by Soto. Pretty deep towards center, but there's so much space in this yard. And that'll just go down as a long fly ball out. Probably not the part of the yard to be swinging for a guy like Soto. He would have to completely hit a ball perfect, I think, to be able to hit a ball to dead center in this yard. James McCann, folks.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
Meeting on the mound here for the Tigers. And I think this is going to buy time. They're getting a lefty loose right now, and my gut tells me that this is going to be Madden's last batter, and they're going to bring that lefty on to face Gunnar, whether it's in this inning or to begin the next. All McCann needs to do to get Gunnar up in this inning is to avoid a double play. 1 out, runner at first. Mound meeting over. McCann in the box. 0 for 1 so far today. Madden's first pitch is a breaking ball that drops low and away for ball 1. The Tigers are now just 2.5 games behind the Minnesota Twins for that last wild card spot. This pitch is low and away. 2-0 now. 2-0 on McCann. Bruce, the screen was never broken, and I did nothing to adjust it. The only thing I needed to adjust was the driver or the cable issue. The screen is fine, but thanks for the help. 2 balls and 1 strike on McCann now. And the 2-1 is hit on the ground, foul, left side, 2-2. Come on, McCann. Two balls, 2 strikes, runner at first, 1 out. The pitch is chopped foul left side. We'll do it again. Why does this still say Meadows grounded out to first? Let's just keep this here. This is where I want it to stay, but it just moves around on its own. 2-2 on McCann, runner at first, 1 down. We're in the top of the 5th. Pitch. That is fouled away. McCann stays alive. Good pitch to hit there. Looked pretty middle. Just couldn't barrel it up. Maybe a little bit late. Yes, Yoko. 3 best records that are not division leading. 2-2 pitch. Curveball off the plate outside. McCann lays off. The count is full. I don't imagine Rivera is going to be sent running between his lack of speed and McCann's, not so great of a hitter. The payoff pitch is in on the fist. He pops it up in foul ground, first base side. Torkelson on the warning track near the dugout makes the catch. Rivera is still at first base. And I think he did take off on the pitch. 2 down for Gunnar, folks. 2 down for Gunnar. And let's see if they're going to go. I knew it. Here he comes. They're going to take him out and bring in the lefty. Folks, it's the Gunnar treatment again. Everybody we play, they bring out their lefties for Gunnar. It's happening again. Here we go. Folks, I'm going to play some music and get to work on rolling up a special lucky. I hope you don't mind. Enjoy the ball game.
This is great iced tea.
How about this? He's slam dope. Now get the hell out of here.
Call it the Baltimore miracle or some shit.
Sorry, Charm City chat. Sorry.
I mean, I'm a Lucky Strike fan from way back, so.
All right, a lefty named Sean Gunther, Guenther, making his 11th appearance. He's got an ERA under 1, 0.82 ERA. In the first pitch, it looks like a slider that catches the bottom outside corner for a called strike. Gunnar Henderson has walked, doubled, stolen a base, and scored a run, the only run of the ball game. And he takes one a bit high, 1 ball, 1 strike. The Orioles have 2 down, a runner at first, a 1-0 lead in the top of the 5th. Rivera, the runner at first. And this pitch is low. 2-1 now on Gunnar. This is a triples park, Thomas. This is a triples park. The 2-1 pitch is foul tipped at the plate. Might have gotten a piece of the ump. 2-2 the count on Gunnar. Bruce, it has not interfered with my ability to call a game yet. In fact, it hasn't interfered with my ability to do anything since the age of 16. 2-2 pitch, hit on the ground, and this should end the inning. They're going to take the force play at second. And that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the 5th. This game is half over already. There have only been 4 hits between these two teams, but we've got 3 of them, and we've got the run. Bottom of the 5th coming up. 1-0 Baltimore, and more music here in the Birdhouse Lounge. Ms. Janet will refill your drinks. Just be sure that you tip her generously. I could use some beer nuts over here. Yeah, we won half a game. We've won. Can we start playing half games? Let's win this. Let's call this a win. Let's play another half game. I'm really a man amongst Nobody. I'm a loner, Dottie. A rebel. You know? I am a wanderer. A bit of a loner. It's like I'm an introvert when I'm inside, and then when I go out, I'm an extrovert. Does that make any sense? I'm both. I really do like my own peace and quiet, keep to my own thoughts, walk around and just observe. That's what I like to do. But then when I do actually interact with people and do things with people, I get very extroverted, almost to a fault. Like I almost overcompensate for my introverted tendencies. That's just me, folks. A little more peek into the mind of BW as he gets this fat J going. All right, here we go. Bottom of the fifth. It's Perez at the plate, and he takes a pitch low for ball one from Burnes. Burnes is on 58 pitches right now. That's fine. This one is a curveball low, 2-0. Come on, Corbin. Let's not fall behind. Let's not get into these 6, 7, 8 pitch at bats here. 2-0 pitch. That's low again. 3-0. Corbin, come on, buddy. This guy's not even taking his bat off the shoulders. He could have just thrown one, a get me over pitch. He would have taken it. 3-0 right now. And that's in there for a strike. Count now 3-1 on Perez. 0 for 1 so far today. It looks like we got a message coming in here.
Message for you, son.
3-1 pitch. Bottom of the zone. Called a strike. Burnes works the count back full after falling behind 3-0. Derek Holmes says, my son's team got blown out. His coach reminds me. What? I need more context, Derek. This ball's hit on the ground. Second baseman Soto has it. O'Hearn was near that play. Has to hurry up and cover the bag. He does, and they complete the out. One away in the bottom of the fifth. My son's team got blown out. His coach reminds me. Yeah, Derek, I got to understand. I got to admit, I'm not quite understanding the message. So please, without having to pay for it, type it in and let me know a little more about what you're talking about. Here's a swing and a miss of O's coach. Oh. Which coach? You mean Brandon Hyde? You got it. Your son has a manager for a team that reminds you of Hyde? Is that what you mean? This pitch is low and away to Torkelson at the plate. 1-1 the count. Gotcha. So how does that make you feel? 1-1 pitch to Torkelson is another check swing, win around. I've never seen so many of these in one game. 1-2 the count. Just both teams up there not committing. Just halfway through a swing going, I'm not sure. And then, well, it doesn't matter because you went too far and he should have just gone ahead and hacked. 1-2 the count. And that is a full hack, and that is a strikeout as Torkelson chases a pitch well off the plate outside.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Oh, Derek, don't worry. You can vent, my friend. You can vent. You've seen me do it, right? Jace Young takes a pitch low. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the fifth. Young walked his first time up, leading off the third inning. That pitch is a called strike, bottom of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's a swing and a miss. Pitch low and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down, nobody on. The 1-2 from Burnes is a breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 3. Burnes has got the strikeout pitch today.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
This is exactly what we needed from Corbin Burnes, folks. Let's please just give him a couple of more runs to give him a little bit of wiggle room. That's all I'm asking, guys. I'm not asking for you guys to put up a 10 spot. I'm not expecting a miraculous turnaround after how we looked yesterday. But please, for the love of all that's holy, give the man a couple of more runs so he can have a little bit of wiggle room. Maybe give up that solo shot he's prone to giving up once a start. We go to the 6th inning. It is 1-0 Baltimore. Who do I think Burnes will sign with? I have no idea. I don't think we're gonna. I think at this point our odds of signing him to a deal of like 5 years or more is 20%. I'd give it 20%. And part of that 20% would be if Burnes really does the job in the postseason for us. If Burnes goes out there and helps us win game 1 of one round and game 1 of the next round, and yeah, I could see the interest in keeping him start to rise back up. But there have been some signs during this season that really tell me that, like, is this the person that you want to invest that kind of money in for that amount of time? And for me, the answer is, you know, it's not an emphatic no, but it's a no. I am more of a fan in this day and age of pitching to go after guys that have some upside, maybe not already established all-stars. Said Mullins, first pitch in the 6th with a line drive, base hit up the middle. Folks.
Well said, now you know what to do.
Said knows what to do. He's turning on the faucet. Said the bum Mullins has now been on both times. He's been on all 3 times tonight? Or is it only... Yeah, 2 hits and a walk, right? So Mullins has been on all 3 times. He's also got a stolen base, and he's driven in the only run of the game. Here's Santander, a diving stop and a throw. Oh, whoa, where's that ball going? Everybody's going to be safe here. Santander with a hard hit grounder to third, and it was Jace Young who went to ground to pick it, and I think he tried to throw from off of his knees here. Yeah, he threw off one knee and just made a very not too good throw to first. So Santander beats it out. It's going to be an infield single. 2 on, nobody out, folks. Adley Rutschman coming up.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
And there is a, looks like a slider perhaps, or a curve. 83, I'll call it a curve, on the back door there by Gunther. For strike 1 to Rutschman, who gets to bat here from the right-hand side, his preferred side to hit this season. This pitch is fouled away, and it's quickly 0-2. Come on, Adley. You're hitting right-handed right now, which you've been doing well all season from this side. 2 on, nobody out. You got to know. You got to have a productive at-bat here. It doesn't necessarily have to be a hit. It can be an out, but make it a productive out. Put the ball in play. Don't hit into a double play. That's pretty much all you got to do. We'll take the result. The 0-2 is a swing, and that ball's hit down the left field corner. If it's fair, it's gone. Where is it? That ball is foul. My goodness, that ball nearly snuck out of here down the left field line. Adley just pulled it. Okay, maybe I exaggerate. Probably a good 6 to 10 feet to the left of the foul pole. Just straighten it out, Adley. Just straighten it out. Got an 0-2 count. Next pitch. Taken off the plate outside. 1-2. Mullins at second. Santander at first. Double barrel action in the Detroit bullpen. A couple of righties. Kenta Maeda and another guy named Vanasco getting loose. This pitch is inside to Adley, and now an 0-2 count has returned into a 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away. Rutschman stays alive. That was a protective swing. That pitch was off the plate, breaking back toward the outside edge. Adley, you could tell. He was like, that ball's coming back toward the zone. I better reach out there and at least get a piece. That's pretty much all you could do with a pitch like that. Hope for a better one here. 2-2 the count. And this pitch is hit on the ground. A chopper to second. Flip to second for one. Over to first. Rutschman hits into a double play. Man, oh man.
Big buck, stop it all.
Mullins is at third with 2 down. Yeah, boy. Colton Cowser, folks. Off the plate outside, ball one. I'm telling you right now, we can't afford to have Cowser hitting 5th in the lineup with the way he's been swinging. I mean, maybe he comes through right here and I can go ahead and retract it. But if we see more of the same in this at-bat, swing and a miss here on a pitch that was right in the middle of the zone. 1-1 the count. Cowser's a good defensive outfielder. I like to have him in the lineup. Right now, I think that we got to drop him. Check swing roller. Again, he can't commit to a swing. He is so lost. It's a ground ball to second and the inning is over. Check swing roller. Just can't commit. And when he does, he's swinging at pitches off the plate. Cowser is lost right now. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Orioles clinging to a 1-0 lead. I guess I should check out some out-of-town scores. Why not? Hang in there, cursor. Don't do me dirty. Finals today. The Royals defeated the Pirates 5-1. The Red Sox taking care of business on the Yankees 7-1. Blue Jays with a 7-2 win over the Cardinals in a battle of some birds. That ain't us. The other birds going at it. Nationals beat the Marlins 4-1 in a who cares matchup. Phillies over the Mets in a big NL East matchup. A lot of implications with that. Phillies 6, Mets 4. The Mets had a 4-0 lead early in that game, and the Phillies came back. Going on right now, the Guardians with a 1-0 lead. That is in the bottom of the 6th, so that's pretty much the same scenario Cleveland have right now that we do. Bottom of the 6th, ahead 1-0. Guardians up 1-0 on the Rays. Twins up 1-0 on the Reds. No score between the White Sox and A's. Braves up early 1-0 on the Dodgers. Coming up in the evening, Brewers and Diamondbacks will face each other. Cubs will play the Rockies. Padres and Giants going at it. Angels and Astros. And Mariners and Rangers. And would you look at this final thing down here? Why is every first game of every day, or even if it's a night game, the first night, the earliest start time is us. So we're going to have that's right, it's another Roku game. That's right. Trey Sweeney at the plate, swing and a miss. We're in the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Orioles. The Tigers now at the plate. 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. So, folks, I'll be back on the air again today for me. 0-2 now on Sweeney. I think Max Fried is actually a pretty decent shout as a potential, like, Burnes replacement. I think that's a decent shout. I think that's kind of in the potential price range. I think we can maybe get him for a contract that's not crazy long. And I think he's a pretty decent pitcher. Here's a swing and a miss. Burnes with another strikeout, folks.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
Apparently the Guardians have just taken a larger lead against the Rays. Now 3-0. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Jake Rogers. 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. He waved at one low and away. Rogers reached on a fielder's choice that was called a double play originally, but the Tigers won a challenge. That pitch is fouled away. So through 5 1/3 tonight, Burnes has half a dozen strikeouts. That's a lot better than he's been doing recently with the strikeouts. 0-2 on Rogers. Let's try to get number 7. Swing and a pop-up. Right side. The first baseman, O'Hearn, is going way far into foul ground down the right field line, and he makes the catch. 2 down in the 6th. And back to the top of the order for the Tigers. Hey, folks. Boy, look at that sky. It's almost purple. Here's Parker Meadows, 0 for 2 tonight. A strikeout and a ground out. First pitch to him is taken inside for ball 1 from Burnes. Burnes' pitch count right now is at 79 with 2 down in the 6th. He could certainly go 7. That pitch was close, but a bit low. 2-0 the count. There's one at the top of the zone for a strike. Yeah, but Book Doc, like, we're going to lose Burnes, right? John Means Bradish isn't even going to be, like, ready for next season, right? Means is going to be gone. So we're talking about a core of Eflin, Grayson. Will Povich be able to develop into a regular guy or not? That's still up in the air. Is Albert Suarez a one-season wonder? There's probably a 50-50 chance that he is. Here's a ground ball to first. O'Hearn flips it to Burnes covering the bag, and the inning is over. But we got Dean Kramer still. Kramer can be a part of this rotation. I'm fine with that. So Eflin, Kramer, Grayson. I still think you need one more sort of above average guy. I think you need to go out there in free agency and find somebody to replace Burnes. Oh yeah, we're getting bought. Oh my guys, do you know how jazzed I'm going to be opening day next year if all goes smoothly with Felix Bautista out there in the bullpen waiting to shut the door on a 1-run, 2-run lead in the 9th. Oh, my God, I can't wait. I can't wait for the mountain to return. Re-signing Kimbrel. I'm telling you right now, folks, Craig Kimbrel is not a lock to make the playoff roster. He is not a lock at all. Because once Coulomb is back, once Jacob Webb is back, and if Grayson is also going to be on this postseason roster, we're going to have to make a couple of decisions on who's going to get left off. And if we're not going to be using Kimbrel beyond this season, what's the point of having him on the postseason roster if you feel like he got some better arms? You don't. It's no longer a case of, well, we spent X amount of money and it's like just throwing money down the toilet, you know, keep him on in low leverage situations. At this point, it doesn't matter. You decide who your best arms are, you make your roster, and even if you're a veteran potential Hall of Fame closer, if you're not going to make the cut, see you later. Sorry. It happens. I think Kimbrel will be retired after this year. I honestly do. I don't see him picking up anywhere next year. Kenta Maeda, speaking of a veteran right-hander, is on in relief. And he throws a first pitch strike to Ryan O'Hearn.
Lights on. Let's turn and burn.
Swing and a ground ball foul right side 0-2. Honeycutt, I mean, I've heard that he's already made some nice impressions, but I wouldn't expect seeing him next year. At most, a September call-up, or here's a check swing, and O'Hearn goes around. He's behind 0-2 right now, leading off the top of the 7th inning. I mean, I don't know. You got Bradfield as well. I feel like next year is Bradfield's turn to maybe get a look, say, as a September call-up, or if there's injuries or what have you. And then I think Honeycutt would be that person the following year. But it all depends on how quickly these players develop and show something, and that's something I can't predict, so it's speculation that really has no substance. This pitch is fouled back, and the count is still 2-2 on Ryan O'Hearn. 1 for 2 so far today. Trevor Bauer. Almost got through a week without that name in the chat. 2-2 count on O'Hearn. And that is a swing and a miss. He chased one low to strike out. One away in the 7th. Maeda gets a strikeout. First batter he sees. Yeah, Sammy Basayo. It's going to be exciting once he's ready. It's going to be exciting once he's ready. Man, he's got a lot of raw power. Here's Emmanuel Rivera. 1 out, nobody on. And he goes after the first pitch, fouls it back behind the plate. We are in the top of the 7th inning, folks. The Orioles have 5 hits, which isn't great, but the way things have been going lately, not bad. We have a lead, but man, oh man, we still need this offense to do better than this. Here's a tapper behind the plate, and the count is 0-2. White Sox signed Kimbrel to close what, the 25 games a year that they win. That makes sense. I think the White Sox need an opener. I think that's more what they need. Here's a 1-2. The 0-2 pitch is outside 1-2. Sorry. I got too many things going on in my mind right now. I got to lock in here. I got to lock in. One out, nobody on. 1-2 the count on Emmanuel Rivera. Kenta Maeda goes into his windup. And the pitch is another tapper at the plate foul. We'll do it again. Time to get this special lucky ready to go. Getting into the late innings here. This pitch is way outside. Rivera lays off easily. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Look at this little kid. That looks like the flag of Colombia, if I'm not mistaken. Father and son. That ball hits Rivera on the shoulder. Hopefully right there on that guard area. Rivera flips his bat away in disgust. But come on, buddy. We need base runners. Take it for the team. Looks like it got you right on the padding. So Rivera is on first base after a hit by pitch, 1 away. And that'll bring up Livan Soto, who I don't have any walk-up music or walk-up sound effects for. Maybe I need to hurry up and add one. Soto is 0 for 2 so far tonight. A strikeout and a fly ball to relatively deep center field, but again, not the sort of ballpark for a hitter like this to be going center. Here's a base hit down the right field corner. Rivera's going first to third, and Soto is going to slide in safely to second base. Folks, we've got offense in the form of Livan Soto, a 1-out double, second and third. Folks.
Splish, splash, I was taking a bath.
James McCann is due up. We need a fly ball, sac fly. If not, just a line drive hit. Come on now, James. McCann 0 for 2 so far today. First pitch is low and outside. Not even close. 1-0.
Tough guy. Thinks he's a tough guy.
Second and third, 1 out. McCann 0 for 2 tonight. Average of just .218. But that still means 1 out of every 5 times he delivers. Well, he's 0 for 2. There's a good chance he's due. Pitch. Grounded foul off to the left. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. McCann has been he's been successful 6 out of 11 opportunities with a runner at third and less than 2 out. The infield for Detroit is up on the grass. The 1-1 is hit in the air behind the plate foul. 1-2 the count. McCann has got to make contact. With that drawn in infield, if you hit the ball hard, your chances of a base hit they increase dramatically. We're looking for hard contact. The 1-2 pitch. Hit hard into left field. It'll be caught. This should get a run home. Tagging up is Rivera. The throw in is cut off, and we've got ourselves a 2-0 ball game. Cash it in.
It's magic, you know. It's magic.
High fives throughout the dugout for Rivera. And McCann deserves it as well, as he did what he needed to do. He made good hard contact, got it to the outfield. Bad throw in. 2 down, and now another run is still out there at second base. And the top of the order for Gunnar. Folks, Gunnar, oh, what is that call? Breaking ball that dropped 3-4 inches below the zone.
Why don't you wake up and smell what you shoveling?
Henderson gets robbed for strike 1.
His name's Gunnar and he's dating my mom.
That pitch is in the dirt. You sure about that, Blue? It might have bounced back into the zone. You positive? 2-0 Baltimore, top of the 7th. 2 down, runner at second. That runner is Livan Soto. He had a big hit in this inning to help this rally. And Gunnar gets into one down the right field corner. Can it get out? It will! Bye, birdie! A line drive shot down the right field line. A 2-run bomb that doubles the lead. His 37th of the season, and the Orioles now lead it 4-0. 4-0. Come on.
It's magic, you know.
Splash it up, Baltimore. Mullins takes a pitch outside.
Bye-bye, birdie.
That's right, Charlie.
Bye-bye, birdie.
4-0 Orioles, top of the 7th. Bases empty. Mullins with a line drive. That's down in the corner, and that is a foul ball. Hit over there by even more Little Caesars advertising. My goodness. Pizza, pizza. Gunnar Henderson, a one-man show. We need a leader. All right. If Adley can't lead right now, then I think Gunnar is going to do it by example at the plate. He's like, guys, this is how you hit, all right? Enough of this already. One to Mullins is fouled away. Bit of a timeout here. Mullins is just stepping back into the box. 2 down, nobody on. With 3 runs in. 3 runs in an inning, everybody. Remember what that felt like? This one's popped straight up behind the plate. Mask off and making the catch right up against the railing. And Mullins is upset that that ball did not get out of play. And his at-bat is over. That ends the inning. And that's Jake Rogers making a catch right there up against the screen behind home plate. The Orioles, though, cash in 3 runs. A sac fly by James McCann and then a 2-run bomb from Gunnar Henderson. The Orioles now lead at 4-0. Folks, oh, it feels good to do this when you have a lead. Guess what? It's time to throw some cakes on the griddle. Get them cakes up in the chat, Baltimore. Let me hear you. I don't hear you now.
Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy. Thank God I'm a country boy.
4 runs, 7 hits, no errors for Baltimore. No runs, 1 hit. No errors for the Tigers. And expect Corbin Burnes to come out here to pitch the 7th. Working on a shutout. A 1-hit shutout. The exact kind of thing we've needed from Burnes. In this losing streak. Get a game back on the Yanks. We're gonna turn this thing around. That's what we're gonna do. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna turn this thing around. Yeah. It's not hash. It's just straight up pot. And it hasn't been legalized here until the past year. Trust me, maybe this is why I waited until this season to do an Orioles channel. Because I wouldn't be, if I were doing this last year, I would be in jail. And not just any jail, a jail in Thailand halfway around the world. Not really what I'm looking to do. Corbin Burnes' first pitch is a little bit outside, belt high, to Colt Keith, leading it off here in the bottom of the 7th. 2-3-4 due up for the Tigers. Next pitch is swung on and missed on a cutter, low and in. 1 ball, 1 strike. Where's my hat? Falco is sitting right here within arm's reach. He wants to rest after the misery of last night. He feels bad. The hat wants to apologize to Charm City for the lack of ability to offer up any magic. But last night, I don't think anything was going to help that result. The 1-2 pitch is tapped foul at the plate. We'll do it again. I've rolled this J up just in time to where now I'm hot in here because I've had this door open. The sun is shining right on my back. That is a harsh early morning sun hitting me on the back right now. 1-2 the count on Colt Keith leading off the bottom of the 7th. Pitch from Burnes is swung on, hit into left field. Cowser has to come in, and it's going to drop in front of him for a hit. Leadoff single, and that is the second hit of the day for Keith. He's had both of the Tiger hits. The other 8 batters in this lineup have not gotten a hit, just Keith. Leadoff single in the 7th. Burnes is on 88 pitches. He should have enough in the tank to face at least a couple of more batters. And I've got to refresh my stream right now because for whatever reason, you watch a ball game, and if it's more than 2 hours, they just make you go right back in again. What's the deal? What's the deal with the 2-hour stream? I'll be back. Here we are. We got a first pitch ball to Kerry Carpenter. Carpenter at the plate right now. Next pitch is hit in the air. Right to center field, though, with Mullins moving to his left. He makes the catch. Out number 1. 1 out in the 7th for Burnes. Runner at first. 90 pitches. I need a snack, too. I'm starving. I was up really early today, but I also had a bit of a queasy stomach. But now the queasiness has passed, and now it's just plain hunger pains. But I'm going to stick it out. Here is... Who is this? Show me something. And it's hit on the ground. What a play by Livan Soto to get the out. I'm sorry. That was Riley Green at the plate. First pitch, he grounds it to Soto at second, who has to pick it, spin, and throw off balance to Ryan O'Hearn. He gets the out. 2 down in the inning. Runner at first moves up to second base. I mean, if they really wanted to prove something, Burnes could go 8 innings. Here is Winsell. I'm going to say Seal because if it's a double E, Winsell doesn't seem right because that would be 1 E with 2 L's. I'm going to call him Winsell Perez is at the plate. He's 0 for 2, and he's got a 1-0 count. Left-handed bat. Takes outside 2-0. Winsell. Crab and shrimp, mac and cheese, Janet, why? Why must you torture me like that? Why must you torture me? This is a called strike. 2-1 the count. Janet, you just made my stomach make noise. My stomach just yelled at me after reading crab and shrimp, mac and cheese. Oh, that's called a strike. 2-2. Folks, sometimes you just describe a dish of food and your boy gets a bit of a half chub. We got a full count here. 2 down. Runner at second. 96 pitches for Burnes. Oh, it's just leftovers. Oh, you're trying to play it down now, huh? All right. I still bet it tastes yummy. Payoff pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. 7 shutout innings for Burnes.
Well, y'all come back now, you hear?
We head to the 8th. The Orioles lead it 4-0. Sorry, was that too much? Let's light this puppy up.
Yeah, so as I was saying, you know, anytime you bring up food, you know, sometimes I'll get a little bit, overexcited.
And, you know, I haven't had breakfast yet, so. It doesn't sound interesting, Froggy. It sounds delicious. Come on. I mean, if you put some crab and shrimp on a plate with a side of mac, you'd be like, hell yeah. Let's make a casserole out of it, though. Just a little bit excited. $7:11 a.m. I've been up since 2 a.m. Well, yeah, crabs, they call it poo out here. Poo. Yeah, crab is a big... Crab and squid and fish. Get a lot of it out here. Occasional octopus. We are going to the 8th inning, folks. Hey, there's Melanie Newman. Wearing a turtleneck. Everybody else is wearing shorts. What are you doing with a turtleneck on like it's 45 degrees? This pitch is low to Anthony Santander.
That's not a tater tot, that's a tater giant.
Fouled away, 0-2. Kenta Maeda still out there pitching for the Tigers. He's 26 pitches into this appearance. Gave up that home run ball to Gunnar. This ball's way outside, 1-2.
Yeah, so apparently it's the Orioles broadcast. Maybe I'll stick around for the post-game show, but I might run and get breakfast. There's a swing and a miss, and Santander strikes out.
Tony strikes out for the first out in the top of the 8th. Adley Rutschman is up. He is 0 for 3. Last time up, he grounded into a double play in the middle of a rally.
Let the clutch out gently, okay?
I mean, Adley, come on, dude. Come on, Adley. You're showing some signs. The uppercut swing appears to be gone, but you still got some work to do. He takes a called strike on the outside edge. His average now to 252. I mean, if it gets into the 240s, folks. The 0-1 pitch outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Getting cloudy here in the BW's my nest. This pitch is called a strike. That looked like a splitter. That just dipped to the bottom of the zone. Might have even been out of the zone. 1-2 the count. Next pitch. And that one is in the dirt. In fact, I think Maeda throws a fork ball, if I'm not mistaken. That might be what that was. Right-handed pitcher Vanasco getting loose. Don't see the fork ball around much anymore. This pitch is fouled away. You guys remember, was it Mark Williamson or was it Dave Schmidt? Orioles pitcher right around late 80s, early 90s. He had a fork ball. Was it Mark Williamson? Or was it Dave Schmidt? 2-2 pitch. Upstairs, full count. Hey, speaking of late 80s, I had a little bit of a nostalgia fix since the last ball game. Here's a payoff pitch to Rutschman. That is ball 4. He lays off. Catcher tried to frame it. Maeda looking like that should have been a strike, but that was off the plate. Rutschman draws the walk. So Adley draws a walk. Good for him.
I'm walking here. I'm walking here.
That'll bring up Mr. Colton Cowser, who really needs to... I mean, having Adley and Cowser hit back-to-back right now, it's amazing that we got 4 runs on the board. Cowser fouls his first pitch back. I see the knuckleball around. Not as much, but it's starting to make a comeback, Thomas. I actually watched a video about... They actually have like a training school somewhere in the States purposefully for teaching the knuckleball. But the whole thing with the knuckleball, it's going under a bit of a transition, if you will, where this is a called strike to Cowser, knee-high outside corner. Count is 1-2. Runner at first, 1 down, top of the 8th. Traditional knuckleballers of the past, that would be pretty much their feature pitch, and maybe throw 10% or less of the time something else just to keep hitters honest. This is up and away 2-2. But there's kind of a new school of knuckleballers coming up where they're only using it about a third of the time and still throwing high velocity pitches to mix in with it. This ball is a double play ball. Holy cow. Cowser, buddy, it's like whatever the worst case outcome is, you're finding it, man. Like, at least if you strike out there, the inning continues. He's finding extra outs. I feel so bad for him right now. It is going so bad for Cowser. Bottom of the 8th, 4-0 Baltimore. Good Lord. I mean, it is Murphy's Law right now at the plate for Colton Cowser. Oh, are they gonna look at this? He might, if he beats this out, good on him. That just shows you that hustle he has. Are we gonna challenge this then? Challenge is underway. Here we go. I've only seen one replay. It looked close enough to warrant the challenge. Late enough in the ball game where I can understand going forward, even if it didn't look clear. Edward, a lot of the times, no. I've seen Cowser just sort of take these half swings like he's just not sure. Like he's not committing. He's sort of stuck in the middle, which is the worst thing that... When you're in a slump, that's the worst. You're stuck in between trying to react to off-speed pitches and then trying to jump on fastballs, but you're stuck somewhere in the middle, and you're just not touching anything. Runners out. They're probably talking about second base? Or no, we lost the challenge? Okay, Cowser's out. All right, challenge lost. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 4-0 Orioles. So Cowser had to basically sit there and suffer the agony of hitting into a double play for an extra 3 minutes. I mean, it can't get worse for this guy. I feel terrible for him. The one thing I will say, sometimes a player will be in a slump like he is, and it'll affect them in the field. That's when, Cowser's, this isn't his first slump this year. After that big April, early May explosion, he was quiet for nearly 2 months and then had another nice hot streak. But that whole time during that first slump, still played great defense. Sometimes you get guys with that slump in their head at the plate, and it screws them up in the field too. But Book Doc, what about when you're 64? Will you still throw them? Will you still mow them when you're 64? Come on, Book Doc, admit it. You've been thinking now for the past couple of years, I'm going to be the age of that Beatles song. Damn it. I remember being 24. How the hell am I 64? Man, these years go by fast. Once you hit 40, I'm telling you, they just fly the hell by. Look at Corbin Burnes giving a bear hug to Freddie Gonzalez in the dugout. I'd love to see that. Cionel Perez is on the pitch, so Burnes' night is over. And he gave Freddie Gonzalez, the bench coach in the dugout, a huge bear hug. I love it. Did anybody else catch that? Because that's a very, very significant moment, I think, for this team. Torkelson's at the plate. Line drive off the glove of Henderson into shallow left center field. A leadoff single. All right, what version of Perez are we getting tonight, folks? When he's good, he pretty much is a 3-up, 3-down guy. But when he's not, it is usually a case of giving up runs. He's never a guy to usually just get a couple base runners on, get out of it. It's either 1, 2, 3, or look out below. Wow. Cionel Perez, 96 appearances without giving up a bomb. I'm only telling you this because Masson showed it on the screen. Here's a ground ball foul, left side by a pinch hitter here, Ibanez. This is Andy Ibanez, who is pinch hitting for Jace Young. He's got a .258 average. Hit on the ground, could be 2. Over to second for 1. Over to first. Double play! It takes 2 to make it out of sight. Hit it. I want to rock right now. I'm BW and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known by a few guys on YouTube. All right. 2 down, nobody on, bottom of the 8th. And the next batter will be Matt Vierling, who did not start the game. He's on the pinch hit. Was hitting third in the order in last night's ball game. He takes a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. Vierling on to hit for Sweeney. How many DPs tonight? Wait a minute. Janet, don't clip that. This pitch is off the plate, 2-0. Janet, where are all these clips? Janet is building some kind of, what do you call it? This ball is hitting the opposite field for a base hit. 2-out single. How big is that double play now? Janet, I know you're building like a, what do you call it? Not a manifesto. I don't know. You're building evidence on me. I know you're doing it. You're building up material to use against me one day. I know it. All right. Who's up? Rogers, the catcher, takes outside ball 1. That was not very close. I want to know the count. 2 down, runner at first. 4-0 Orioles, bottom of the 8th, trying to level up this series. And get back on the winning track. There's a called strike, 1-1. Did I lose Ms. Janet? Aw, I got a chance to tease her and she's not around. She'll just have to catch it on a replay sometime. The 1-1 pitch. That is a chopper, third base. Rivera with the big throw. He knew he had time to get that catcher chugging down the line, and that'll end the 8th inning. Perez gave up that opening base runner, but got the double play, and now another ground ball. Inning over. Folks, 9th inning. Here we go. BW's best moments. Yeah, I think, Chilo, we're going to do, like, say, for example, the Orioles do figure out a way to take the division this year, and we have a bye week or a bye 5-6 day period, whatever that is. I'm thinking if we've got those many days off, maybe I do a podcast during one of those days waiting up, where we can talk about the upcoming playoff series and also, go over some of the highlights of the season like you're talking about, because I've got plenty of clips of home run calls and walk-offs and phenomenal catches and all that good stuff. Or even some of the dumb stuff, like when I was singing, I was mocking the New York Yankee fans by singing a made-up song. What was it? It was a Bob Dylan, like a Rolling Stone. It was, how does it feel? That was great. That was one of my favorite moments of the season, was when we were beating up on the Yanks, and I was like, how does it feel? Oh, how does it feel, Yankee fans? Yeah. Oh, that was good. Just came out of me, All right. 9th inning. 4-run lead. Chance to add on. Ryan O'Hearn due up first. Shelby Miller is on in relief. Right-hander for the Tigers. 50th appearance. 4.75 ERA. Opponents, though, hitting just 201 off of him. Let me close this thing behind me here. First pitch is a strike to Ryan O'Hearn. 1 for 3 with a single back in the 2nd inning. By the way, folks, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm back to wearing my orange button-up collared shirt, which last time I wore this was the last time we won, which is why I chose to wear it today, even though, it's been worn once already. I might be wearing it a few times. I might start to stink a little bit, but I might have to wear it again tonight. I mean, it is, after all, a game, same day for me tonight. So, yeah, this shirt's staying on for the final game, which for you guys will be early tomorrow. 1 out in the 9th. Here is Emmanuel Rivera, and he fouls one away. Did I explain how Ryan O'Hearn just got put out there? I'm honestly, I need food. I am malnourished right now, and I think it's starting to affect my brain activity. This ball is hit into right center, and playing that way is the center fielder, Meadows, who makes the catch. 2 down. No big whoop. This game appears to be about 10 minutes away from being over, I hope. Not far away from grabbing some breakfast. And here is Levon Soto, who had a big hit in that rally, that 3-run rally in the 7th. 1 for 3 tonight. Also has looked very good defensively, I have to say. I feel a lot more confident when the ball's hit his way than I do hit Holiday's way. I got to be honest. He's going to right center, and that ball's going to dunk in. Levon Soto with a multi-hit game in his first real start. This guy's wearing number 73. I mean, we're treating him like he's a fringe player in spring training. Well, here he is getting a chance, and he has made an impact with this team tonight. Couple of hits and looking good at second base. Helped turn how many double plays? Here's James McCann, 0 for 2. Takes a called strike on the outside corner. I think we might see Livan Soto back in the lineup tomorrow, regardless of who's on the mound. Here is the pitch. It's upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. I firmly believe in rewarding players like this for taking advantage of the opportunity given, particularly when you're on a team with a lot of guys who aren't hitting. Add in the fact, again, that he's given you some steady glove work. I'd put him in the lineup tomorrow over Holiday. I don't care if it's a righty on the mound or not. Hold on. Here's a ground ball. This is going to be a force play at second. McCann grounds out to win the inning. Shelby Miller works a scoreless 9th inning. It's 4-0 Baltimore. We're going to the bottom of the 9th. Can you get a soundbite of Levon Helm? What is Levon Helm? I have to plead ignorance on this one. And I'm probably going to feel really, really stupid. I'm probably going to wind up going, oh, him. Well, I help me out, Janet. Oh, somebody else has referred to him already, Mr. Hyde. Is this a local thing? I feel really bad. Is this a local thing, and I'm looking like an idiot right now? Why am I having a brain fart? Why am I having a brain fart? Oh. What? Hold on. I'm gonna light up this Lucky again. My synapses aren't firing. I can't. Yeah. But I can't even think of like a song. I can't even picture from the band. I'm Oh, you're referring to an Elton John song. See, I'm even more out of the loop. I'm out of the loop on this one. Your boy has let everybody down. You guys thought I could get every reference, and I blew it. Yeah, I know it's Scott. I know the name, but I don't know why. It's like you ever hear a word like for the first time, and like you're already a grown-ass adult, and you're like, why am I only? Or maybe you've seen it written, but you've never heard anybody say it out loud, and you go to say it, and you've mispronounced it, and somebody's like, that's not how that word is said. Oh, oops. Well, I thought that's how you said it. I've never heard anybody say it. I thought I'd try to use it. You want a prize? All right, folks. Is Dominguez in? Is that what Dominguez is in, folks. It's not a safe situation, but here we go. Top of the order for the Tigers. Parker Meadows looks at a fastball upstairs for ball 1. I hope Dominguez isn't the type to be less fierce just because it is a non-safe situation. I mean, he's only been that ball's clobbered. Well, it's a 3-run game now. This is why Sir Anthony is not. This is he's got one problem, but it's a very big one. He gives up the home run ball. He has given up another one right here to Parker Meadows, and he jumped on it. I mean, he jumped on it. And when Dominguez has given up these home runs, every time it's like the hitter sees it coming, the way they've jumped on him. Right out over the plate. Man, oh man, that ball was destroyed. 4-1 now. And even though it's still a 3-run lead with nobody out, Dominguez can't create his own safe situation. It's still a non-safe situation. Colt Keith at the plate. Strike one. They put that little prop back, and you could see it just falling down in the background. They don't even care. There's a called strike two. All right. Just bear down here, Sir Anthony. You got the lead. You think that his pitch was tipped? I mean, whether it was tipped or not, it was pretty much middle. Now, that ball was reached for. That pitch was below the zone. But it served out in the right field for a base hit, and now we've got problems. Sir Anthony Dominguez is certainly going to be feeling somewhat shaken with his confidence, having come into the ball game, giving up a leadoff homer, and now a solid line drive single. And this game has gone from looking like we're just finishing it out to now we are trying to close the door here. Here's a ground ball foul by Kerry Carpenter, and the count is 0-1. Detroit fans are understandably getting very excited. They haven't had a whole lot to cheer about yet tonight. This ball's lifted in the air. This ball was low. How has he gotten so much of it? Thank God this ball is going to stay in the yard. Ced Mullins makes the catch on the edge of the warning track in dead center field. This ball was hit 400 feet. And this pitch, for the second time, dropped below the zone. They were on it anyway. You can only do that if you know what's coming. Somebody talked about tipping pitches. Robert, I'm not going to say you're throwing out a crazy theory there. This is worrisome. 1 out in the inning. Here's a fastball outside for ball one. I mean, that was like a splitter or something that was dropping below the zone, and he went down and got under it, smashed it 400 feet. Yeah, but that wasn't 99 and straight, the man. The last two balls put into play were out of the strike zone. 2-0 the count on Riley Green right now. There's one perfectly placed, knee-high on the outside corner. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch. He goes back to the outside, but it's 2 off the plate here. I am suspicious, folks. And I am worried right now. 3-1 the count on Riley Green. The pitch. And there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. This ball is caught. Thank God, on the edge of the track in right field. This ball was turned on. They know every pitch coming. There's no way. There's just no way. Fastball, splitter, breaking ball on the inside, bottom of the zone. These pitches are, there's no way. There is no damn way they don't know what's coming. That's 2 balls that could have been hit out of the yard, and he's already gotten 1 hit out of the yard. We got 2 down in the 9th. I mean, we might win this 4-1. It might look like a nice, easy win on paper in the box score, but I'm telling you right now, something is going on with Dominguez. There's activity in the Oriole pen. They got 2 guys up. So Brandon Hyde is worried about it too. There's a called strike. 98 with the fastball. 1 more out to get. You're telling me to chill, Robert? Dude, how often have I freaked out like this? Here's a swing and a miss. We are 150 games or whatever into the season. it's not like I'm constantly going, oh my God, somebody's tipping his pitches. This is a first for me. 0-2 the count. And that ball swung on, and it gets away. It would have been strike 3, but it goes all the way to the backstop, which means the runner who struck out reaches first, and the tying run will now come to the plate. Spencer Torkelson is due up next. Adley, or McCann, I should say. I always assume Adley first. McCann just unable to grab that high pitch. Drew French is having a chat. Emmanuel Rivera is barely in on the conversation. All right. This is, I need a lucky too. I need a lucky. They've got Soto, the lefty, up, and is that Bowman, the righty? I mean, if you're planning on using them, when? Because... oh, my God. Just keep it in the yard, Sir Anthony. But that's the problem. The kind of pitches he's throwing, and if it's a matter of getting tipped. Oh, here we go. Torkelson. Big cut and a miss. Okay. You know what? You know what I think Drew French just did? I think Drew French just gave him a series of pitches. I don't think they're giving... but still, if he's tipping it with something... I don't know. We'll see. 0-1 the pitch. That's hit in the air. And will it stay in play? No, it won't. It gets out of play. Okay, folks. The Tigers are down to their last strike. Hang in there, guys. Folks, if you want to swim in the pool of negativity, let's try and see what happens here. Because if we win... I think those negative vibes might fade away, if only for a minute. We really need a win, guys. We're trying to build up from being rock bottom, which was last night. Let's try to get this win. The pitch swung on. That is hit in the right field for a base hit. Get Sir Anthony out of here. A run comes in. It's 4-2. Get him out of here. Get him out. We're honestly lucky that the Tigers haven't already at least tied up the ball game. Honestly, the 2 outs that have been made here were both balls that were just a micrometer away from, or millisecond away, depending on how you look at it, in terms of the swings that were put on it from leaving the yard. Zach McKinstry is up. So this is a lefty bat. We go to Gregory Soto here? Do we? If we don't go to the pin now, why the hell are they up? You got a lefty at the plate. McKinstry pinch hitting. If we don't go to the pin now, why did we get him up? You mean to tell me you're comfortable with Dominguez continuing to pitch, Brandon? Here we go. First pitch. In there for a strike. Color me surprised. First and third, 2 down. Orioles 4, Tigers 2. The 0-1. That drops below the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Why did we get 2 guys up? Why? This will be the 21st pitch of the inning for Dominguez. The 1-1 is Ball 2. 2 or 3 inches outside. Woody, wait. The 2-1 pitch. That ball's hit to the right side. O'Hearn right to him, and he touches the bag, and we take the ball game. Jeez Louise. Folks, exhale.
It's magic, you know.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, the Baltimore Orioles have won. They've ended a losing streak. 4 runs tonight on 8 hits, no errors, 5 left on base. The Tigers, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors, 5 men left on base. The Orioles with a big 3-run rally in the 7th. Spearheaded with a 2-run bomb by Gunnar Henderson. He was the offensive leader tonight, 2 for 3 with a walk, a couple of runs scored, and a couple driven in. He also had a stolen base. He did pretty much everything. And his keystone partner out there, Livan Soto at second base with a 2-hit night, also looking good defensively. The two combined to turn, I don't know how many double plays. I need to find out. And the Orioles get a huge win to get a game back on the Yankees. We're now 2 games back, and that is 2 games on the money, both win and loss. We have the same number of games left to play. The Yankees have 86 wins. We have 84. Folks, again, as long as this is kept at worst 2 games behind, when we go to the Bronx, you take 2 out of 3, that makes it an even record, and we have the tiebreaker. So that's what we're trying to do. At worst, get to the Bronx no more than 2 games back. We're going to try to get closer, and hopefully it'll allow us to have a little more wiggle room. But either way, we have a chance to control our own destiny. And I think we match up with the Yankees quite well. I really do. By the way, Livan Soto is about to get interviewed. And I am happy they picked him to give himself a chance to let the baseball world know who he is. He has his interpreter here with him. I don't think I'm going to be able to play this part of the audio, but I might stick around. Well, you know what? I really do need to get something to eat. How you guys doing in the Charm City chat, huh? Talk to me. Mr. Hyde, when's Westberg coming back? He is, there's no timetable, but they are trying to get him back in time for the end of the season. It's a matter of, is he going to have a few games in the regular season to, feel that competitive, because he's not going to have any kind of a rehab assignment. I mean, simulation game or something, but it's not going to be this level of competition, obviously. So you'd like to get him back with at least a handful of games to get comfortable before getting in the postseason. But it might be a case where he's going to have to just jump in, right in the postseason. I mean, folks, with these injuries, that's my biggest reason right now for wanting to win this division, just to give some of these guys the time they need to get healthy. But again, though, if you don't have games to play after making a return, it's not, some guys can do it. Some guys can return from an injury and just jump right in. But some guys need a little time to get back up to speed. I don't know what the case is going to be with Westberg, but he's been out for a while. Arias, on the other hand, is going to be back relatively soon, and he hasn't been gone for too long. So there's at least that. But I think Westberg is vitally important to this team. He gives the lineup balance with that right-handed bat. I think we're a little too lefty heavy. I think he is one of the better, if not the best, at the plate in terms of working counts and just doing things to work a productive at bat. Whether he winds up making an out or not, it's usually not just up there hacking and wasting opportunities. Usually Westberg is pretty dependable, and I can't wait to get him back in here. Right, so that's your final score. Corbin Burnes gets the win, by the way. 14 on the season now, 14-8 record. Madden with the loss. He's 1-1. No save. Dominguez, my goodness. Wait a minute, 2 double play? No. We only turned 2? Oh, but the Tigers turned 4. Okay. So 6 total double plays on the night. We only had 2. I thought maybe we split them 3 and 3, but either way, Soto was involved in both of those, and I think, I look forward to seeing Livan Soto back in the lineup tomorrow. All right, let's look at tomorrow's matchup. Again, for me, it's going to be tonight. It's only, 14 hours away, 15 hours away? You guys better, hey, Charm City chat, listen up right now. Listen to me right now. I need to make an announcement. How do I do that?
This is great iced tea.
All right, I'll just say that. This is great iced tea. Hey, listen. Drink iced tea tonight. Don't go out there getting wasted on me, okay? I don't want any of my bird watchers on a Saturday night, not this weekend, okay? Because we got an early game tomorrow. All right? So don't get totally S-faced. The man, come on, man. That's like 6 or 7 different liquors, dude. That's probably the worst thing you could be. Come on, buddy. You can have one. All right? You can have one. That's it. All right? I don't want anybody getting too hammered tonight. Man. I don't know. It's too late for book doc. All right. Hey, look. We got to do our parts as fans here. We got an early Sunday game. That means no partying on a Saturday night, all right? We got all winter to party. We need you guys back here tomorrow. Okay, let's take a look at this matchup. I got to sit here and treat Charm City chat like my sons and daughters. I have to make sure that they enjoy life, but not to a fault. Hey, the Tigers have an announced pitcher. There's something new. It's going to be Cade Povich for the Orioles tomorrow. Going up against Keiter. I'll go Keiter. The E is first. Why not? It's probably Keiter. How about Kaiser, like Kaiser Sose? Yeah, I'm going Keiter. I'm going Keiter on this one. I've decided. Cade Povich against Keiter Montero. Right-hander, 5-6 record. ERA a little bit below 5. He looks pretty hittable to me. The Tigers apparently are favored to win this game. Yeah, you can go, piss up a rope. Hey, Melanie Newman, everybody. How are those arched eyebrows doing tonight? I mean, she's got the coat on, a turtleneck. It's like 74 degrees over there. Everybody else is in shorts. I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, so this is going to be, what is this for you guys? 12:10 p.m.? Is that right? 12:10 p.m.? Or 12:10, yeah. 12:10 p.m., which for me is 11:10 p.m. I'll be on the air at noon. All right? High noon. So, yeah, have yourself a Bloody Mary in the morning, and as soon as that clock strikes noon, get your butt on over here and let's watch these Orioles win this series. Guess what, folks? We take tomorrow's game. Probably sometime during the next series at home against the Giants, we will actually clinch a postseason berth. Everybody hear the words I'm saying? Can y'all hear the words coming out of my mouth? I'm telling you right now. What I'm saying is we're going to actually clinch a postseason berth. We still got to work on this whole division thing, but it's always nice to clinch, okay? Especially if you've had too much Taco Bell. But that's a whole nother point. What I'm saying right now is get ready, folks. We're going to win this game tomorrow. We're going to go home and clinch at home a postseason berth. You heard? Come on back tomorrow at noon and hang out with me, the Bird Watcher. Hey, how do we do on this? Anything? I didn't even talk about it tonight. It's like 5 subs. I really need to actually... 3? Wow. Yikes. What was the turnout like? Turnout was great. Like count is down. And see, this is why I have to do it, folks. Can I just say one more thing, even though the vast majority of people have already left, so this is falling on deaf ears, but I have to, and I can't believe somebody accused me of like just overselling my channel or over asking for likes or whatever. Can you guys understand why I have to do it? If I don't say anything, which is pretty much what happened tonight, this is what happens. I get 4 subscribers instead of 15. I get 110 likes instead of 150. You heard? So that's why I got to do it. I got to do it. You know? 4,395 viewers. I caught a hell of a ball game. 4 subs. I ain't going to cut the proverbial mustard. You heard what I'm saying? All right, so, yeah, let's try and work on that tomorrow as a team. All right, guys, we're going to try and maybe sub it up. You know, maybe 22 is a crazy number to go for. But if we got there tomorrow, we get to 2,200. 22 to get to 2,200. Double dose. I feel like there's some significance there. Double dose. Let's go for it tomorrow, folks. Let's make this about getting up to 2,200 tomorrow, and then I'll be happier again. All right, I've talked about everything. The Sox are already done. The Mets are already done. Anybody else? The Phillies have already played. I think I don't have anywhere to send you. Oh, you know what I can do? I can just do a random check. By the way, I'm very happy my cursor has behaved tonight, because half an hour before going live tonight, it was not behaving at all. And I was pulling my hair out, what little is left, to... oh, that's right. Play-by-play with JJ is doing a doubleheader. So he's doing, I believe, the Braves-Dodgers game. Now, how interested are you in hanging out for a Braves-Dodgers game? I'm not sure. But you can always go by, say hi, tell them the Bird Watcher sent you. And maybe fall asleep to that. Because, again, you guys are not allowed to go out and party tonight. Got to be here early tomorrow. All right, folks, that's going to do it for me. This is BW doing his thing. By the way, where are we at here? 369. How many games are left? How many games are left now? Is this updated? Where the hell are we? We should be 84 and 69, right? So there's 13 games left. 13 games left. 13 games left. Why is that number... Why am I frozen with... I don't know. I got to get out of here. We got 13 games. We got 2 weeks, basically, folks. 2 weeks from tomorrow is the end of the season. So, come on back. All right, I'm done. This has been the Bird Watcher Sending you now over to play-by-play with JJ and the coverage of the Braves versus Dodgers. I'll be chirping at you later. Good night, everybody.